What is up, everyone? Train Freak here, and I've got a couple of packages in. There's one of them. There's another one behind it. And so I can see we got Train Fan 120 in here. He wants to know what's in the mail. That's a good question, because I don't know either. I don't know how well y'all can hear me with this air conditioning going on in the background. So let's see what we got. So the first box is from my friend Train Junkie. He's the one who's actually working on the custom backdrop for this area of the layout. And of course, later on, we'll go to other phases. But this is not the backdrop. I actually finalized that deal yesterday. So I'm curious to see what all he sent me. Because, I mean, this is a fairly big box. I mean, pretty huge. So, I might have to move up one more step. I'm on a step stool, so. All right. So, let's see what we got here. I kind of like how he made a little handle. That was really nice of him. All right. He taped it pretty well. There we go. I don't want to poke my knife too far deep because you never know what's in there. You don't want to break it or anything. Let's see here. We've got CM Model Railroading and Rail Fanning. Welcome. And he says he's new. So welcome to the channel, bud. Glad to have you on board. Let's see, we've got H&H Express model in-scale trains all the way from, I think, the Netherlands, if I'm not mistaken, because he was one of my winners from the 700 subscriber contest. So, welcome, buddy. And let's see here. All right. I might have to move Rosalind out of the way. All right, so the first thing we've got air bubbles. We don't need those. We'll just let those fly. Holy smokes. William, Train Junkie buddy, man, you have loaded me up. There's like a ton of rolling stock in here that's all individually wrapped in bubble wrap. So I know Sparky likes the peanuts. Does anybody like the bubble wrap? All right, first up, we've got a 40-foot boxcar, Illinois Central. So that's pretty cool. And these already have KD couplers on them, so that's even better. All right, next one. We have a Bangor and Aroostook refrigerator. So this is a ice bunker reefer. That's awesome. Man, I can use all of this stuff so far. Oh, and the Illinois Central was not a boxcar. It was also a reefer. So reefers. Oh, sweet. Another reefer, and it's Morrell Meats. So part of the John Morrell Company. That's awesome. What's up, Kyle Stevens and Dwight Purley? Oh, that one lost its coupler, so I will put it right there. Y'all, oh wow, he sent extra parts. So a baggie full of extra couplers, coupler boxes, looks like a brake wheel, a smoke pipe, so I'm assuming there's probably a caboose or something in here. Y'all, when I say this box is full, the box is full. So this might take a minute. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it might take a minute to go through because, man, there has to be at least 50 pieces in here. All right, so now we've got this is a 50-foot boxcar. We got a Green Bay and Western. So that's awesome. Oh, Steve Childers is going to be jealous on this one. another icebox reefer, but this one is a Burlington route. Oh, sweet. Another reefer. But this is a wooden one. This is a Chicago Northwestern. This is a really nice one here. Hey, what's going on, Lynn McCurdy? Make sure I didn't miss anybody sneaking in here. Hey, we got Andy Wellman in here too. Andy is my big Rock Island buddy. He actually bought one of my Southern Pacific locomotives that he is getting repainted and decaled to the Rock Island Independence locomotive. I'm really excited to see that. Oh, and we got a guest popping in. Let's see who is down in the basement. What's up?
Hello, hello.
How are you doing, Split Rock?
I'm good. I'm ready to go on vacation.
Oh, I heard that. Where are we going?
Home. It's a staycation. We're having friends actually come visit us.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with the staycation. I kind of feel like I'm on it myself. So, I'm on the first box, which is from one of my other friends, the train Junkie.
Oh, nice.
He does my custom backdrops and the road system for me, and so he sent me a box full of freight.
Ooh.
And so freight cars, and I just got started on it. Yeah, this whole box is full.
Wow.
So I was just going through with all the different ones that he sent me, and I'm on car number 7, which is a Illinois Central reefer.
Cool.
And I've already opened up one, and it is a duplicate.
Ah, okay.
So duplicates mean you can easily renumber, or you can weather and use it in a different form or fashion. Let's see, we got Dan's Model Railroading Journey popped in. I want to say I saw Claude, Cowboy Valley, and Timberline. He popped in too. So welcome, guys. I mean, I have no clue how long it's going to take me to go through this box.
Hello, Kyle. Train Fan 120. Hello. H&H Express.
Andy Wellman might like this one. Rock Island flat car.
Ooh.
I can always use some flats. And a Pennsylvania flat car. And all of these have knuckle couplers on them. Most of them look like Katie's, but some of them are the plastic ones that Ather uses.
Those are good stand-ins.
Yeah. Yeah, especially until I can get the Katie's, right?
Right. Oh, yeah.
All right. Next one we got up is another steel reefer. We got Carnation Milk. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm going to have plenty of reefers now. Because that was actually one of the things that I was lacking on for operations was having enough of certain types of rolling stock.
Yeah, if you got your new layout have like a grocery warehouse, that would receive all those reefers from California, Arizona, and things, and boxcars, that would be kind of neat when they come across the country.
So I've got a meat packing plant, but I've also got like a produce warehouse. So I think that kind of covers all types of refrigerated food except for like dairy.
Yeah.
So
don't mix up
cool.
the reefers. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I've never seen one like this. It's white with a red and blue stripe on the bottom, so that would be pretty cool to add to my bicentennial train. When I do run it, because it is red, white, and blue. So that's pretty neat. But it's a Merchants Dispatch Trains Corporations with the New York Central System logo on it. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah, Merchants Dispatch, if I remember right, was a very high-speed, high-price shipping service. So they would actually be at the front of passenger trains.
Oh, wow.
Hello, Roy.
Oh, looks like I got another duplicate. Actually, I'm going to call it a triplicate. It's another one of those Illinois Centrals.
There you go.
So, yeah, I'll have to see if I can't try to find some decals so I can renumber these things.
You could do a video on how you remove lettering. You know,
that too, because I think this is another one. Let's see here. Nope, this one's a different number. But I got another one of the New York Central ones. It's a different number, so that's one I don't have to redecal. And this one's pretty cool too. Swift.
Yep, there's to your meat packing plant.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be loaded.
Yeah, they'd get different reefers from the produce.
You're right, exactly, because I've got, right now what I have is Pacific Fruit Express.
Yep.
And for the meat, I've got the Wilson car lines.
Yep.
Oh, sweet. And these are the same numbers, but it's okay. Another redetailing opportunity. These are 2-bay hoppers, wooden single sheath for Lehigh Valley. So this is pretty cool. I don't have any of those. I'm maybe halfway through the box.
Wow.
Maybe.
Your yard's going to be full. This is nice.
Well, and I have a tote full of kits that still need to be built. Oh, this is cool. Cooper Park and Eastern, part of the New York Central system.
Wow.
And then you've got a coal load in it too, so that's pretty cool.
Already loaded.
And then, yeah, Canadian Pacific. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see if I can't get that load out, because one of the things that I'm wanting to do is use actual live loads and use a rotary dumper to dump the loads out. So, hey, we got Roy Eltham here. What's up, bud? And Dan's Model Railroading Journey. If I didn't say hi to you, welcome again. And I do plan on weathering my cars, so I do see that question there. One of the first cars I actually weathered, let me go grab it real quick.
Those make good videos too, how to weather. Everybody seems to like those.
Oh, absolutely. So I actually got challenged by my buddy, John Arthur, who has a really good YouTube channel as well, and he's in the process of moving his layout. But we did a operations collaboration where we showed the process of a boxcar. How does it get from point A to point B, all the different interchanges and things. And so we ended up having the exact same boxcar, same road number. So that's when we did the collaboration. And he decided to weather his and challenged me to weather mine. Because it wouldn't look right for me to have a shiny plastic one leaving my layout and end up on his layout looking like it's been out in the sun for 20 years.
Yep.
So this was my first boxcar weathering attempt.
That's very subtle. I like it. It's just enough.
Yeah, basically what I ended up doing was putting a fade wash on it, and then I clear coated it with a matte, and then put a pen wash on it because I darkened the top a whole lot. And then clear coat it again, and then I put a dusting of the powders on it, put a few layers of it with coatings in between, just to kind of give it that dirty grime look. And then I tagged it. Let's see if I can get it up in the camera right there. I just put my initials on it.
Nice.
So I had to make sure that it got tagged. So that was my first. Well, thank you.
So you guys did do that video of that car moving from one layout to the next or something, moving across the country. So have you created that?
But it's actually 2 videos.
Right.
Yeah, my video shows it running on my layout. So it comes from staging from who knows where. We show it going through the yard, getting classified, running up to an interchange, being dropped off, then simulating that, okay, now it's the next day, it's getting picked up, it's going back to the yard for classification, coming out on the main manifest, which goes back into staging. And this was on my previous layout.
Right. Yeah.
And he shows it coming from staging onto his layout, getting classified and getting it dropped off into the yard. And I think he sends it back.
Nice.
So it's timely because operations is not no little 5-minute thing, because you got so many different moves. But it was really cool, how we did it. It was a lot of fun.
Good.
So I got a couple more of these Lehigh Valley 2-bay hoppers, single sheaths. And I love these single sheaths. These things are so cool. Something about the single sheath box cars and hoppers and things. I mean, it's just like the coolest stuff.
Andy, see you later. Andy Wellman's taking off.
All right, Andy, take care, buddy. So I don't know if I think you popped in after I told you about Andy. He ended up buying my Southern Pacific E89 that I had for sale. And it was a not Walthers. It was just a Proto 2000. It was pre-Walthers.
Okay.
And he is repainting it to the Rock Island Independence.
Ooh, sweet.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing that one. What's up, Ray Bobel?
Ray.
So we've got another hopper here, Great Northern.
Great Northern.
And another Lehigh Valley, same road number. So that's like 5 or 6.
Hold up that Great Northern one. Look at the ends on that. It's got those, like the top of this. Yeah, look at the weird.
And it's only on one side.
Yeah, you wonder why they did that. The cold guys would know, I wonder if they could get more in there or something.
Man, I have no clue. But, well, what I've noticed is it's on the brake wheel side too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I don't know.
Yeah, that is interesting. I've got a few of those cars like that. This one here, this Canadian Pacific one, is the same way.
Yeah. Well, there's a rabbit hole of research you can go down.
I do know the perfect guy I can ask. So I might end up doing that later.
Race's ops has become intense. I know Ray, I know you tried to show us your car card and waybill, but that got derailed. So we'll have to do that again.
Look, another Great Northern.
Okay.
And it's a duplicate. And then a Burlington, which I ended up getting one of these at the train show recently. So I'm curious if it's the same road number. I don't think it is. I think it's a different road number. So
do the hatches open on that? They look like a different plastic. Okay. Yeah, look at that. There's one you could load and empty.
Yeah. Well, and it looks like they snap though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's got part of the framing there where they snap in. So you can see I got them snapped in now.
Oh, there you go. Those Great Northern cars were odd because the number, as you're looking at it, the number was on the right side. I wonder when railroads standardized where you put the number.
So something that intrigued me was the Seaboard Airline. They did this on their box cars. Single door box cars had their road number on the left side, the standard side, right? But their double door box cars had their reporting marks on the right side of the car. And that's because the two doors are not centered. Only the right door is centered. The left door is offset. So if that left door is all the way open, it would cover the reporting marks. So they put the reporting marks on the right side.
Oh, smart. Okay, good reason.
So
Lynn McCurdy says he thinks those coal cars were tilted to unload. They might have been. I don't know. Those Great Northern ones.
They've got bays under them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got hatches. I don't know how well y'all can see that.
Yeah. Well, they still rotary dump coal cars with hatches today. That's a preferred method, but yeah, but to look that up, that's kind of odd. The coal guys would know.
Yeah, for sure. All right, got a couple of 50-foot. These are mechanical reefers. American Refrigeration Transit Company through the Mopac and Norfolk and Western.
Nice.
So these are pretty cool. Look, I still have a whole lot to go through. This is going to take a while. But this is pretty cool.
That is cool. It's a lot of bubble wrap.
Yeah. Like I know Sparky, he likes the the peanuts. So, ooh, this one, okay. This one's gonna need a little work, but it's okay. We've got a Katie. Oops. Here we go. And this is just a 50-foot boxcar. And then, I'm over here dinging up Rosslyn. A Great Northern.
Well, the door's open on that. Cool.
Yeah. Yep. There we go.
Nice.
Yep. I love those that have the open doors because you can put a load in it. Yeah, I'm going to have a huge mess to clean up here in a little bit. And, the other cool thing about the duplicates, I can use those to practice weathering techniques too. Because I got a couple more of these Lehigh Valleys.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like several of them.
The thing I think too, if you run them in the unit train, you don't have to change the numbers right away, because if they're not going to be switched out, here comes 5 or 10 cars.
So I've got one steam locomotive that operates, and it's my cab forward. I was thinking about assigning that one to the coal train. So I got another Lehigh Valley, but then I got an Erie.
Ooh, nice.
So, and it just says Erie on it. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, pre-merger.
Yeah, pre-merger. Yeah, because I've got a boxcar as well. And let's see here. We got a Burlington and Delaware and Hudson. So these are pretty cool. And that Burlington's a single sheet. Some of these railroads I don't have any rolling stock for. So that's pretty cool that it's like I'm adding more railroads to the collection.
I like that there's a variety even amongst the coal cars,
Oh, absolutely.
Steel, wood, yeah.
We got a caboose.
Ooh.
Yep. CP, Pac-Man. So, that one will definitely get weathered.
Chris and the Go Via crowd will like that. Oh, there's a queue.
Yeah, there we go.
I think they called that boxcar a grain loading boxcar. See the white patches? Those were like holes, and they would open those up and then have like a funnel, and they'd fill it up with whatever grain, corn, soybeans.
So it actually says grain door on one of them and inspection door on the other. I'm gonna see if I can get that.
Where they'd probably sample it. They'd open it up and take a sample. So
yeah,
really, really bizarre cars.
Yeah, and they're double door too.
Yeah,
that's very interesting.
Sealed it, yeah.
And it's one of those where the reporting marks are on the opposite side.
Yeah, I think you're correct, because if you open up the door on the normal side, it would cover up the reporting marks. So.
Right, it would. Hey, John, how's it going, bud?
Hello, John is here. Rail artist here. Right. Hello, Mike. Mike, how are you?
I'm trying to get through all of the short ones first, the 40 foot and less. We've got, oh, nice, a Santa Fe.
Oh, that's a big one. Nice.
Yeah, I like, and it's one that's got the same open hatches that you can lock in place. Delaware and Hudson.
Another steel car.
So that's the same one. Nope, different number. So that's even better. I think my collection for 1960 has doubled. Easily. Yeah, he's got some pretty neat pieces in here too. Being for older pieces. So here's another railroad I don't have, Milwaukee.
Ooh.
Chicago, Milwaukee, St. Paul, and Pacific. I don't have that one. And then, of course, got another Erie one here. And it's a duplicate.
Is it a dupe? The other one had the yellow diamond too. I didn't see that.
It did. Same road number.
Okay.
Another Milwaukee and another Burlington. So CB and Q.
You're going to have your coal fleet filled out. A lot of coal from Southern Illinois coming down to the Cotton Belt.
Here we go. We got the Peabody.
Oh, Mr. Peabody.
Yes.
I wonder what those look like weathered.
I was told yellow is very hard to weather.
Yeah.
The fade. Yeah. So, hey, Rail Artist, what's going on, bud? All right, so the good news is I'm only 2 layers high now. So I've worked it down quite a bit. This one here is from Randall Ellison. This is his railroad here.
Oh, what do we got?
Frisco.
Ooh.
That's pretty cool. All right, and it looks like the rest of these are either boxcars or reefers or possibly a covered hopper. Yeah, I've got one covered hopper in here for sure.
Oh, you haven't seen one of those yet. That's kind of green.
And this sucker's heavy. New York Central. It feels like it's actually filled with sand or something. Yeah. I can hear it shake.
Now that's not for agricultural products. It's got the portholes and then the bottom. So that would haul like plastic or something, granules.
And check this out.
Yeah, half and half.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a chemical one where they would actually hook the vacuum hoses up to.
Yeah.
Another American or ART cars. So that's pretty cool.
Especially since it's Mopac. Okay. Ooh, the goat. That's a nice car.
Yes, it is. Okay, so the American Refrigeration Transit is Mopac and Norfolk Western.
Yeah, wasn't the Mopac and Cotton Belt were always right together, weren't they? Like in Arkansas and Missouri and
I think that they were actually competitors through Arkansas because their routes paralleled each other.
Yeah.
Now, I have seen some of the American Refrigeration Transit cars have the Mopac and Wabash or Wabash logos on it. So that would be after Norfolk Western acquired them.
Ooh.
And Central.
Modern car.
Yeah.
Hello, Randall. Randall Ellison's here.
Hey, Randall, you just missed this one. All right, so next one we've got a Seaboard Coastline, so that's after the merger between the Seaboard Airline and the Atlantic Coastline. Got another one there, and they're different road numbers, so that's even better.
Nice.
And I'm finally down to the last layer. And then I get to open your box.
Oh, no. The box of bricks. Oh, Northern Pacific, finally.
Yes, a yin yang.
Yep, that's one of my favorites.
Hey, I've got the bicentennial one too.
Oh, do you? Cool.
Yeah. Got a Rock Island.
Hello, Ron.
What's going on, Ron Moen and Bernard? How are you doing, bud?
Bernard's here too. Okay, wow, everybody's crawling in. Nice.
Oh, this is nice. Okay, so this one here, Chicago Northwestern, routed the 400 Streamliners. On the other side, the Overland route.
Cool.
So that's pretty cool. I've got a few SP cars that do that. And then this one, it looks like the same thing, but the other side just still has that 400, route of the 400 and the Streamliners.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool.
I like the 400 car. That's kind of cool.
Oh, this one's got sliding doors. All right, so we got a Santa Fe all the way on one side, and the Super Chief to California on the other side. Yeah, I like those cars that the same side's not the same side.
That must
especially like when you're using.
Yeah.
Do what?
That must have drove their paint shop crazy, you know. Unless they just put that stencil up today, you know. It's like.
Yeah. So, something like that. Well, and see, now I found a UP car that did the same thing.
Yeah. Serves all the West.
And then this is the other side. So I think it's pretty cool to see, you know, stuff like that. And see, with my car cards that I use, they had the pictures of the car on there. So sometimes when the car, that side is not facing you, it kind of makes that person second guess, is that the right car? You know, because the logo's a little off.
Yeah.
All right, we got 6 cars left. Hey, Risden and Rome Model Railroad, welcome. All right, so we've got this is a duplicate, but it's a couple more of those icebox reefers.
Ooh, Everywhere West and Zephyrs, okay.
Yep, these are Burlingtons. And I'm starting to run out of room to put this stuff up here. And this is a couple of 50-footers. Yeah, he told me he was sending me a few cars, right?
A few.
A few.
Sent you a hobby shop.
Pretty much. This is almost as much as Rendell Ellison's $1,000 car bid he got off of eBay.
Oh my.
So we've got another Burlington. This is a mechanical reefer. And another duplicate, so same thing.
They don't have Burlington reporting marks, don't they have something else? So
BRMX.
Probably Burlington refrigerator subsidiary or something for tax money, probably for taxes or something.
Well, that's what a lot of them did. So, oh, this is cool. American Colloid Company, Volcay. Thank you for ordering Volcay. It's a VOLX, and they have a volcano logo. That's pretty neat.
Something to Google up.
Well, and see, I've got one of their 40-foot box cars that's a bicentennial one. But it's American Colloid, but yeah, that's pretty interesting. And then last but not least, Detroit, Toledo, and Shoreline. So DTS, that's pretty cool.
That was owned by Ford. Henry Ford built that railroad. Yeah, you're right, really? Rand. Yeah, Henry. He says Steve Childers would like those CB&Q reefers. So
Steve Childers would like everything CB&Q. That's no lie.
Roy wants to know who sent that hobby shop to you.
So that was my friend Train Junkie that sent me that. He told me he was sending me a few cars, and that was a whole lot more than a few cars. When I saw that box come in, I was like, whoa. I was like, dude, what'd you send me? And he pretty much told me, he said, dude, I can't wait to see you open that. So, but me and him, we've been in communication quite a bit because, you know, with the backdrops and the road system, you know, that he does, you know, I don't know if it's his primary business or if it's a side hustle, But right now, I just finalized the backdrop that's going to go from there and along this whole wall all the way to the corner. And he didn't have the image that I wanted, so I actually went out and took pictures. And he told me how to take the pictures. And so I went and took pictures of a rice field, sent it to him, and he was actually able to stitch it together. And it looks phenomenal on the proof. So I can't wait to see what it's going to look like when I get it up here. And then he made it to where, like with my town, the town extends into the backdrop.
Okay.
So it's going to look pretty cool. Because he showed me, he photoshopped some pictures that I took of the town that you saw in my last video. And he photoshopped it on top of the backdrop, and I'm like, whoa, that's like a whole new element.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be able to find rice fields on any background. You know, that would be so rare. Well, yeah, that's pretty nice.
And so with the company Riceland, which is an Arkansas-based company, they're more known for their rice than anything, but they also do soybeans too. And he had a soybean field, but I'm thinking Riceland, rice, you know, for the layout. And I might use his soybean field on another part of the layout and just not have a grain elevator in the mix.
Okay.
Okay. So I accidentally set some of the cars on my rope here. I didn't want to make a mess. All right, so off to your package. So cinder blocks, huh?
Cinder blocks. I was worried about you and that hurricane, so I wanted to.
It totally missed us, man. I was looking forward to some rain, and it just went east.
Yeah,
we didn't get us. I will say that it did help cool the temperatures down some, especially in the mornings. But yeah, it totally missed us.
Good. Yeah.
Now, I think southeast Arkansas got quite a bit of rain because they were catching those, the northwest portion of the hurricane. But by the time they were getting the rain dumped on, that's when Ida started taking more of a eastern trek. It started curving back to the east. And then I know it's fixing to hammer pretty much the whole eastern U.S. for the most part.
Randall wants to deny the 1,000 boxcar quote.
Oh, do I need to get Junior in here on this one?
No, I didn't. That's for both of you, so he can dig through there too.
Okay. So you want me to read your letter out loud?
If you want, normally I always see you with Junior open these up, so I sent that. Yeah, you can read that.
But he's just in there doing schoolwork right now. I can pull him in here if you want me to.
It's up to you. I don't want to take him away from reading, writing, and finger painting. So
yeah, I'll let him continue. Yeah. He might be in the Class Connect. He does
sure.
School, so if he's in that, I definitely can't pull him out.
Yeah, leave him alone.
All right, so it says, "Hello, Jason and Freak Jr. Here's your scout track and a few more items I thought you both might enjoy. I hope you can find an industry for the Splitrock Mining Company box car. It was a fun decal and weathering job. Thank you for all the YouTube live streams and doing your part in Sidetrack Sunday. Just put some wood stitch ties under the scale rails after coloring them and cut to size. Looking forward to seeing this on the new layout. Your friend Thomas, aka Splitrock." And he actually signed it. So that is worth framing there. So thank you. All right, so where do I start? I see a box car here, so I'm assuming this is the Splitrock one.
Yeah, save that for last.
Save it for last?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll save that for last.
Mostly there's a lot of cool paperwork I sent you that you might want to, you and Freak can dig through. You know, you'd learn about railroads.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Did you end up seeing what I got the other day? So I work at a public library. I do the IT work there.
Okay.
A guy comes in and brings me 2 books. Did I end up showing you what those books were?
I did not see them. No.
I'm grabbing them. Because
Okay.
I think you're going to see these.
Randall, which caboose were you photographing? The one that Jason wanted? Oh.
All right, here's the first
Ooh.
one.
Wow.
Okay,
What's the date on that?
I'm fixing to show it to you. If I
Okay.
can, if it shows up.
1912. Yeah.
And what blew my mind, so this has got everything as far as like whistles and even colored illustrations.
Sweet.
Like there's no telling how much it cost back in 1912 to do colored illustrations. Look at the semaphores and the signals.
Quality. I'm
And
just
so
jealous
this
that all the
one-
rules fit in one pocket.
Do what?
That all the rules fit in one
Yeah.
pocket. I mean, we got to carry around
Right.
pretty much what's in that box. I'm like, oh my God. Joe Rader, hello.
So this is the same one,
Ooh, okay.
and this one's dated 1914. So
Cool.
hey, what's up, Joe Rader?
So no diesels at all.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Diesels wasn't even. Oh, this is cool. We got a bad order card. I thought these were supposed to be blue. Ain't that what they call a blue flag or something?
No, just the
When
flag
you
is
have a bad
blue.
order.
Yeah, just the
Okay.
flag is blue. That's
Now
to draw
I
your
saw a
attention.
video once. I saw a video once that if a car ran over the inspection track right before it was being humped, that they would spray paint the wheel white to let someone know that that car had needed some type of repair. But that's pretty cool. I love memorabilia. Here we go. General Code of Operating Rules. And that is dated April 1st of 2020. And I'm not seeing any color illustrations, so
No, they save the color for the timetable. That stuff. So
for the timetables.
yeah,
That's pretty cool though. Oh, now this is going to be helpful.
there's your hazmat. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be real helpful. So that way you can make sure you have the right placards on your rolling stock.
Also, if you see one, if you and Freak Junior see one go by, and you're like, "Well, what's an 1814 with a dead fish on it or something?" You can.
So
you'll
I
know.
saw the craziest thing one day, and I think it's actually on one of my rail fanning videos. So trains going by, right? And the very first car was a tank car that had no chemical placard on it. Someone's trying to, so I don't know if I heard the buzzing. But it did not have a chemical placard on it, and the springs were open to show that it was empty. But then right after that car was 5 2-bay covered hoppers that had the hose connects on it, and all of those had chemical placards on it that was corrosive. So it's very interesting to see that they actually used a tank car as a buffer car.
Yeah.
You don't hear that often. It's mostly like we see the crude oil trains come through, and most of the time the buffer cars are covered hoppers.
Right.
You know, it's kind of backwards this time. I was like, that's interesting.
In there is a book called the 8620, and it'll show you how to place hazardous cars in your train. So the corrosives may not be that hazardous. You could probably put corrosives anywhere in a train.
Yeah.
So I think they're
Well,
level.
I know it wasn't flammable, but it did have the corrosive one.
Okay.
But I don't think you can have any chemicals up against the locomotives.
Yeah. No,
But
yeah,
I mean, you would know that probably more than I would,
Yeah.
considering you're an engineer.
the tall,
So-
skinny book in there will tell you all that, how to switch them, and then where you can place them in a car. Even if they're dynamite or nuclear waste, it'll tell you how to put them in a train. So
That's cool.
yeah.
Hey, good morning, David Atkins. How are you, bud?
Hello, David.
All right, so here we go.
There we go. How to ride a car.
That's pretty cool. Oh, here we go. I'm just going to go to the first page.
Yeah.
It actually shows a guy riding a car. So now I got to look really hard at these pictures to see if any of these guys are you.
I hope not. I'm the one pulling the train, not hanging on the side anymore.
I heard that.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to throw some of
Throw
the
the
bubble
filler
wrap.
out of there, yeah.
Here we go. Air brake and train handling rules. So yeah, you definitely ain't lying, because it was like the old book was just a small pocket book of everything. Now we got individual pocket books for different things.
Yep. And then there's still the system special instructions and the timetable, and there you go.
Yeah. Safety rules.
Safety rules.
I think this is one you were talking about a minute ago.
Yep. That will teach you. In the middle, there's a fold out, and it will show you what you're allowed to switch and how you do placement.
Oh, okay. I see it.
Yeah. And
that is pretty cool. Yeah. Dude, this might be something we might just have to do on a live stream, just kind of go over all that.
Yeah. We have to be tested on that pretty much every year, but it's an open book test, so they let us, because you're allowed to have that when you know. There you go. There's your conductor's report.
Yep. And it's totally empty. So
you guys can start your own.
Hey, I can make copies of that. Actually use something like that for our operations.
There you go. There's your track warrant book.
That is pretty cool.
So even though we receive track warrants over PTC, you still have to write them down. So.
Oh wow.
Cowboy's taking off. You want to say goodbye? There we go. Yep,
hey, thanks, Claude, for stopping in, bud. You take care. The Twin Cities area, so that's pretty cool. Oh, I love the fact that it's even got the elevation.
Yep.
So I have one of these. It doesn't look, it's not in a book. I guess the guy took it out of the book and put it in a binder. But I've got one for the Hoxie subdivision, which is the route that I live on.
Perfect. Perfect.
It's not the route that I model, but well, technically, I'm not really modeling any specific route.
Nah.
You know, Arkansas is pretty flat, so elevation changes like this would be like maybe 10 feet.
Yeah.
Unless you go like on the Van Buren sub, which is like from Little Rock over to Fort Smith through Oklahoma that way. So this is a pretty thick book here.
Yeah. So what that is
the system special instructions.
Yeah. So every railroad would have the General Code of Operating Rules. That book is Union Pacific's answer to just their rules.
Gotcha.
So the Burlington would have their SSI, the Canadian Pacific. Each railroad would have things that pertain just to them that are no interest to the other railroads.
So for those who want to learn how to weld two pieces of rail, this book might come in handy. Yep. So now I'm going to have to put up a shelf just for all my books and stuff. All right, so this is what I originally sent for you to work on for me. So let's get this out of the way. So I sent him a plate, which was for a scale track. And this is one that required 2 sets of rails. And we were trying to figure out, or I was trying to figure out how to like put a, maybe using like a part of a turntable or whatnot. And Thomas offered to go ahead and say, hey, I'll scratch build it for you if you want me to. And I was like, okay. So this is it. So you've got 2 sets of rails here. Let me see if I can get it closer so you can see. And that's one side. That's the other side. So this is actually going to go in my yard when I build it. It's probably going to be a while, but basically the way it would work is the locomotive would stay on the bottom set of rails, and then as the cars are being weighed, the throw bar would shift them to the upper set of rails, and they would actually ride on top of the scale, and the scale would weigh them at that time. Bang, got you, Junction Carl Braun. What's going on, man? Welcome. So, man, you did a fabulous job weathering this thing too.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know how I'm going to be able to match up the building. I might just have to send it back and send the whole building with it. That's awesome. Like,
I think
it
the
looks
building is simulated wood, right? I mean, it's you can pin wash.
I think so. I think so. I might just paint it, probably just a gray or, a brown, and throw some dry gray streaks in it, kind of make it look like it's been there for years.
That'd be perfect.
But that's really good. I cannot wait to use this. So I guess the only other thing I would have to do is maybe tap in a little hole so my tortoise switch can.
Yep.
So should I do that through the middle, or should I do that through one of the sides of it?
It's your choice. That's why I left those a little longer.
Okay.
And then just whatever you don't use, if you do it in the middle, use a Dremel and hold it tight and cut off that.
I've got a really, really small drill bit, so I just need something big enough for that wire on the torque switch to go into. So
yeah, I think a 55. I use like a 55 size. You drill right through those.
So I'm thinking about just until I get to that point of the layout, which is going to be right down one level. I think I'm just going to leave it attached to this masonite, so that way it doesn't get damaged.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to get bent or anything. That's perfect. Yeah, put that somewhere where keep it protected.
Yeah, because y'all don't want to see me cry if this breaks. I've got that other scale house that I'm working on. It's actually going to go to the scrapyard up here.
Oh, nice.
So
you said you were going to use that Bear Creek Engineering as well, the live scale. Were you thinking about that, or? Or is that maybe? Yeah, something down the line.
Yeah. You're talking about is it Boulder Creek Engineering?
Boulder Creek. Yeah, that's what it is.
So on this one, I want to use it. On the other one, probably not.
Yeah.
Because what I was thinking of is using that for when they pull a cut of cars out, or as the train comes in, as they're pushing the cars in. Probably better for pushing cars in because you're having to weigh the whole thing anyways.
Yeah.
So when a car's sitting in the yard, it really doesn't matter if you're weighing it before or after. The weight's not going to change.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely want to look into that, and that's the whole point. So that way, as the locomotive runs over it, it's not getting weighed. I think that would be really, really cool. All right, so now you want me to show this car?
Yep. Now you can open up the.
I'm going to take it out of the box.
No, please. Yeah, I'm supposed to. So, Split Rock Mining, I don't have any cars but ore cars. So, I'm making fleets of other cars to give to my friends to run on their layouts because no one wants one ore car. So, I make box cars or gondolas, and I try and make it air. This is for like the 60s era, 60s, 70s.
Well, see, I run 76 too, so this definitely fits that era.
That's perfect because it's built in 68. And I made a whole video on how I made it, but I wanted to save that video till you opened it up.
Dude, you made this thing look like it's been through hell. It's dang up. This is
no graffiti. You can add graffiti. There we go.
That is straight up legit.
Hold it back. Hold it back about 5 inches. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got the ends. Show the ends because there's wheel spit on the ends. Yeah, you can see how the dirt goes up from the wheels. Yeah.
That is so cool.
The drips and stuff. So
You even do the underneath details too.
well, it came like that. That's really one of those nice cars.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's one of those Athearn makes these cars like now they make them like that. I was like, so yeah, I thought that'd be a good for your 60s, 70s era.
And I love how you put on here, when empty, return to SRMX agent, Agate Bay, Minnesota.
Yep.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, those are all homemade decals.
That is sweet.
Cool. Good. Good.
Heck yeah. I like that car. That's awesome.
Those are fun to make.
Man, I don't know if I like this better than it's hard to choose between which one I like better now. I mean, you gave me a good selection here. I mean, that's wow.
Well, they're like kids. You don't have to choose.
That is awesome. And that might be one, if I'm not running it on the layout, it's probably going to be up on the Queen show.
There you go.
So, for sure. When I was at the train show, this was after I recorded and uploaded my video. This booth right beside mine and Aaron's booth had these little plastic displays for sale. I got them right here. These. And I'm like, nice. This is perfect for HO. I've got two that were this long, and then the other one's like half. So I grabbed all three of them up, $2 each. Wow. I'm like, you can't beat that. So I've got some custom projects that I plan on doing in the future, so that way I can upload them to or enter them in the contest next year at the train show, because they actually do a contest. And I'm like, that will help protect whatever I make.
Absolutely.
So, absolutely. Steve Childers, dude, you missed all of the Burlington stuff that I just got my hands on, man. Here, I'll make you feel a little better. Look, I got this one. I got this one. And I've got some duplicates here too. Let's see if I can find one of those really cool ones.
Didn't they have red hoppers, or you had a red cold car? That was nice.
Yeah, I had the red one here. That one.
Big Burlington on there.
Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely going to have to go back, Steve. Oh, here we go. Thomas, you missed this one.
Uh-oh.
I thought this one was cool.
Oh, look at that paint scheme.
Yeah.
Everywhere West. Wow.
Yeah, BREX. So that, yeah, I thought that was pretty neat in itself. I don't think there was any more, except for I did have a few of the, I think there, wasn't there like a couple of the single sheet? Yeah, there they are. I see them. I got to move a couple of other pieces out of the way to get to them.
That Burlington took a lot of pride. I mean, that's like a 3-color paint job on a boxcar. So you know they have a lot of pride.
Ooh, there we go. So, all right. So Steve is saying this is the Express.
Oh. Okay.
And I'm seeing 5 colors.
Yeah, you're right.
Because you got red, black, yellow, green, and white. So yeah. And that's not all that I got that was Burlington, Steve. I want to say maybe 1/3 of the whole collection I got earlier is Burlington, or close to it. There was a lot of Burlington in it. So, but yeah, a lot of cool pieces in there for sure. And of course, some duplicates. So that's going to give me some good weathering practice experience type stuff. And then if I can get the right decals, definitely renumber. So that way I have even more. So, all right, Real Artist, you take care, bud.
See you, Mike.
So, man, it's been an hour already. I didn't think it would take that long.
The first box was full. That's just...
Heck yeah. So, but yeah, I'm excited, from Train Junkie to get that backdrop in because my layout's been kind of on a at home, pace because I can't really lay any more track because I want to make sure that I'm using my re-railers for railroad crossings, and I want to make sure that those line up, with the city street on the backdrop. So I have to wait for that to come out because the road's straight. And the road pieces, this is them, just different type of road pieces, and I'm thinking I can butt that right up to the outside rail on my re-railer and make it look kind of like this here.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Yeah.
Or bring it back just a hair, if I can get it straight. There we go. And make it look like that.
Yep.
And so what's really nice is with the cork road bed, if you get the 5/8" thick masonite and you rip it on a table saw, 45 degree, cut the edge off, it butts right up. Same height with the cork. So, and with the re-railers, you just run it straight, your road system straight up on it, and it's going to look great. So,
I can't wait to see those rice fields for that backdrop because, like you said, you'll put the backdrop up and then the roads, and then that'll be cool.
Yeah, it's going to look great. And so, did you get to see my last video with the community barn all lit up? I just put it in.
Oh, yes. Yeah, the dark one.
So, the way to backdrop, I'm going to move the camera, so hopefully y'all don't get sick. So that way, yeah. Look at all the cars, man. It's just like, now I gotta clean this off again.
You need a yard.
Right. So I'm going to see if I can do this. All right. So starting over there is all going to be woods. And so he had the rock backdrop on it. It was called the Georgia Forest. And then it's going to kind of wrap around this way. And let's see, there's the barn. So the woods actually stop right in this area here, and it transitions to rice field. And then it's going to be rice field all the way down to the corner. And so that's where I'm at as far as the backdrop now. And then eventually, once I build the bench work on the next section, then I will do the next backdrop. So, Steve, it's actually all green. It's straight greenery. It's not. You can't even really see the levees unless you really look hard because it's full grown. It's before it starts turning brown. So, hey Norman, how's it going, bud? Man, you missed all the action. If you just
Norman.
Got a whole bunch of rolling stock, really cool pieces of rolling stock in. A lot of pieces I didn't have, and that's really going to make my stuff better because like that coal train, I wanted 15 cars for it, and I easily have 15 cars for that. So Norman says he's going to watch the replay. That would be awesome. So, but yeah, he said he's going to get it printed and sent out today. And so I'm hoping to have it up this week. So that would be really awesome.
Yeah, put a link up to his thing. Everybody's going to watch what you do. And there's a few of us, me, who want some more backdrops that are done well, but custom. Maybe we can help him out and send some business his way. I think looking at
absolutely,
like you said, forest and rice. I want to see this.
He's got everything. I came across one the other day. Like he's constantly uploading new stuff to his website. It's trainjunkies.com. So if you go to my video from last Sunday, I actually put his website up on my video so that way you could see it with a description. But, John with Schuylkill River Valley, he's doing a winter scene for his in scale. And I came across this backdrop, and the first thing I thought of was John. I was like, holy crap, this is really cool. It's literally like a pine forest, but covered in snow. It's like snow everywhere. And he calls it Arctic. And I'm like, that is an absolutely cool looking backdrop for someone who's doing a winter top scene. I mean, just you can't even, you really don't even see the green. It's mostly white with like I'm going to say a New Brunswick green. It's not black, but it's not green. So.
Trainjunkie.com, is that what you said?
Yeah, Train Junk. I can't remember if there's an S on the end of it or not. It's Junkie or Junkies. Let me grab his box real quick because he's got his stuff on him.
All right. I'll Google him up here. I could use some better backdrops.
It's got an S on it. Yeah, Train Junkies. So
nice website. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's a really modern website. It's a great website, and it's one of those things, like, if there's something that you want and he doesn't have it, he could tell you how to take the pictures, and you can go do it yourself and then give it to him, and he'll stitch it together, because that's what he did for me. So
yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, Steve Childers, Minnesota. Hey, no Minnesota jokes. We only have winter 11 months of the year. It's not 12, just 11.
Hey, that's like Arkansas. We're only known as Arkansas for like 9 to 10 months out of the year. The other 2 months were called Arkansas. It's so hot and humid and no breeze.
Just the steam.
Yeah. Oh, it's bad when you get those little pop-up showers. It's like, 90, 98, 99, 100 degrees outside. Oh, it's a little bitty rain cloud. You get like maybe 5 minutes of relief, and then the rain cloud goes away and the sun starts beaming everything. You just see the steam come right up. It's like you're literally sitting in a sauna.
Yeah. I like these live feeds because we get the weather report from all over the country and Australia and stuff. But,
absolutely.
Yeah, nice haul. Your friend did well. I'm going to hit him up with some backdrops. I'm glad you like your scale track.
Yeah, definitely.
Like the boxcar.
Yeah, check out his road system too, because like if you're doing paved roads, this is vinyl. So you just stick it right on top of like that masonite. This is his city version, but he's also got ones that's got grass on the sides. So
how tall are the backdrops that he's making for you?
So HO, he does 18 inches.
Wow.
N scale is 12 inches, and O scale is, I think, 24 inches. So
wow.
Yeah, it's not bad. The backdrop that was behind the High Stakes Ranch on the old layout was one that I got from him. That was actually my first backdrop from him.
Okay.
And he can do custom lengths. He even did a custom height on that, because I told him, I said, I've only got 12 and a half inches, of clearance, because I was trying to do a 3-level layout. Yeah, I won't do that again. I'm sticking to it.
Dude, it was enough.
But it looked great. It looked really great. And that one was called Pine Forest 2, was that one that I ordered. So, and he does have a backdrop of a Union Pacific rail yard. So I would order it, but it's got some UP trains in the background. I'm like, that's not going to look right.
No.
With me running SP and Cotton Belt.
No.
So, but I'm sure it would work for someone else. I mean, and then he can add like a river into it if you wanted a river. So definitely one to look at for sure.
It says he's printed 8.5 miles of backdrop, so people must like it. People must like. I see people have sent in their photos, so yeah, good stuff. Good link. Good friend.
Absolutely. Wow. And I plan on doing the same. you know, I definitely plan on doing the same as I keep building, so that way he can have my layout to his photo gallery.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And the video, putting it up or doing something would be great. Help out the
So,
people. Help
Steve,
you.
I'm actually streaming on my phone, so I don't have a keyboard, but if you want me to type, I'll type at the imaginal keyboard for you. So Western Pacific. Hey, Bernard, I actually saw a Western Pacific boxcar the other day that came through. It was unpatched. It actually had a big WP on the side of it. I plan on doing a rail fan video tomorrow. So it'll be one of the last trains, and you'll get to see that Western Pacific boxcar. It's pretty cool. So yeah, Steve ordered cornfield from Train Junkie.
Oh, nice.
So triple the height of it. So here we go. To depict the hill of the corn.
Oh, sure.
And I think he's got one called Harvest Field, where he actually mixed in two different backdrops together. Where he mixed in the corn with the harvest field. Like, he's really good with Photoshop. Like, amazing good. Because one of the things when he was working on the custom backdrop for me is on the city scene, I had to take pictures of it. And he actually took a picture of my city scene and uploaded it to the picture of the backdrop. So that way we could see what it's supposed to look like. And oh my God, it was like, whoa. Like, I can't even really explain it without, spoiling it for everyone. But he's making it to where it's like the image on the backdrop pops out 3D.
Wow.
So even though my buildings are only 2 buildings deep, by the time you add the backdrop, it looks like it's 4 or 5 buildings deep. With buildings, and then the street ends, and then you got buildings kind of behind it on the other side. And then he added the vehicles in there too. So, yeah, it's pretty cool looking.
I want to see that.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm straight up excited for it. So Randall says, yeah, there's 2 months where the heat is really bad in these parts. See, Randall knows what I'm talking about. He's just a tad bit north of I, where I'm at. So he's about 3, maybe 4-hour drive from me. Randall's at the Missouri-Arkansas state line, and I'm in central Arkansas. So, yep, Norman Road, exactly right. Forced perspective.
Yeah.
And so that's the other thing I'm wanting to do is now I got to start finding some trees, mainly for this area here, because see, I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but there's a grid here, and this grid's actually supposed to 45 back this way, so it's supposed to be like a big turn back loop. But I don't want to build all that until I have all of that corner seeded first. So that way I can say I'm done with that area. I got the backdrop up, I got the trees up, the ground is painted and flocked, the track's ballast, things like that. And then I can start building out so that way I'm not having to climb and lay on it, to do all that stuff. So yeah. So now I got to find trees.
Yeah, that's a pro tip is build from the back to the front. Ask me how I know, but yeah, that's a
Well, and one of the things he was saying is much easier to match your scenery to a backdrop than try to match your backdrop to a scenery.
Exactly. Yeah.
I know the scenery is cheaper on the upfront end and you can make more happen with it, but now you're going to have a hard time trying to find that backdrop. So this is probably my 8th layout I've built or started building. I used to do the traditional circles. I got tired of it because trains don't run in circles. But the nice thing is you can really build a long train and, make it look cool. But yeah, I got tired of that. And then the last level or the last layout I was working on, was the first one that I built designed for operations. And then, you know, enclosed the train room. Now I'm here and, you know, trying to do this one right from learning the mistakes from my previous one. So I feel like I'm on the right track. Maybe, unless I get sidetracked. So, all right, so let's see. Damn well, stay up. So someone's not doing good. Let's see. We got the smoke and ash bad here, so I'm assuming Bernard is really close to some of those forest fires out west. Somerset, Andy, what's going on, bud? I'm doing good. How about yourself? I think Thomas is doing good too, but I'm gonna let him speak for himself on that one.
I'm doing well. I'm almost on vacation.
Almost. Well, I'm kind of on a unexpected vacation. Wasn't planning on being on a vacation. So if you have trees in your background and scale trees in front of them, sometimes it helps the actually paint the scenery trees to match the backdrop, at least the first row next to the backdrop. Don't know exactly what you mean there, Norman, but makes sense to me. So Joe wants to know, how did I get the day off? Well, I'm kind of actually working from home, and I probably should be back to work right now. My wife was sick all weekend, fever, whatnot, and I finally made her go to the clinic to go get checked out. She got tested, and now we're stuck in quarantine. So that's pretty much the easiest way to explain it. But with her, she works at home full time with her job, and then my son is homeschooled. So I'm really the only one that works out of the house. But I did bring my work laptop home to do some administration work stuff too. And I was working on that this morning. So I kind of waited for my lunch break to do this here. So yeah. Yeah, Roy, you're exactly right. Fun times. I was kind of hoping I could do a little bit on the layout, but like I'm waiting on that backdrop. You know, that backdrop's got me in the hold position right now. So I did get JMRI set up a little bit. Got all my locations set up. I haven't got all my tracks. And then for the time being, for my track links, I'm putting in 0. So that way it's there, but it can't accept anything. But yeah, I've been working on that a little bit. And then of course like car maintenance and stuff. And now I got a lot of maintenance because all of these are going to need new wheels. All these new cars, because I don't like plastic wheels. So do you have the experience of plastic wheels making your track more dirty or dirty faster?
When I used to use them, they did. I use all Intermountains. I know it's a higher price to pay, but they even have the metal axles. They can't go out of gauge.
Yeah.
But yeah, the plastic wheels will dirty the track and dirty themselves, and they collect more crap.
So I've got some of Athearn wheels. I've got some of the Walthers Proto wheels, and I think I got a few with Intermountain. I'm having a couple of cars that have the same type of metal wheels, and they're hard to tell if they're metal or not because they're black. They're like painted black. So they look plasticky, but you kind of have to scratch it to see if they are or not. And what they're wanting to do is, I'll go ahead and show you the turnout where I'm having the issue. Maybe you can help me with this. Well, I got to move some. No, I don't. I got to move your books that you sent me.
They can go on the floor.
Yeah. Oh, I got a spot right there. Here we go. All right. So this turnout here, it's got a tortoise switch on it. So I don't know how well you can see that. But what they're wanting to do is when I back them up over this, even on the straight, they're wanting to jump this point rail and take the diverging. And it causes a derail every time. Not every car is doing it. It's only like 3 or 4. But they're the ones that's got those black metal wheels. So I don't know. It's, because one of those things is, before you try to ballast things down, I'm trying to figure out, is it the turnout or is it the, whatchamacallit?
Well, do you have an NMRA gauge?
I do.
So check the wheels on there first. So here's the miss.
Engage.
Are they engaged? Then check the turnout, because here's the misnomer that everybody says about metal wheels. You can have Walters and Atherns and cars with metal wheels, but the axles are not metal and they can still go out of gauge. Whereas the Intermountain wheels, I can't do this, but are all solid. They can't go out of gauge. Where the
Let me grab
ones, But
I would one. Let's see if I can remember which one it was.
Yeah. But they're derailing because something's out of gauge and something's not. It's not following the path. Maybe it's picking the point or it's picking the frog.
Yeah, it's picking something. I think it's one of the cars. Let's see. This is one. I know this is one I kept having issues with. I can't remember what wheels these are. But you're right. This one does have the plastic axles.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. No, these do have the metal axles. But.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
But this is one that kept doing it. Now,
does it have a wobble?
I don't think so. And I did check the heights. On all my stuff, because not that I've got the NMRA gauge, but I've also got the Katie track height, the coupler gauge too. I've got that as well.
Do the couplers swing? Because do the couplers move easily?
Oh yeah.
Okay, because otherwise the car ahead of it will pull it the wrong way.
I mean.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, I'd check the switch then. Maybe somehow it's moving when the train goes over it.
Well, one of the things I did notice on the switch is there was a hump where the throw bars were, and I took a track spike and nailed down, and I got the hump out, and it's completely flat because I was having issues with the cab forward derailing on it. But since I nailed that track spike down and got that hump out of where the throw bars were, it's not derailing.
Yep, there's your issue.
So, but now it's just that one point on the diverging side of it. And it's not a brand new turnout, but I don't know. I'm confused on it. I mean, and it is an Atlas turnout too. It's a number 6. So, and I've had nothing but good success with the Atlas turnouts.
Yep.
Eric Hall, what's going on, buddy? I am RRO.com is here. So.
Yeah, trains derail at 2 places: the points of the switch or the frog.
Right.
And
so this one here is strictly the points, because what's happening is it's like it's taking the diverging route.
Yep.
Half of the car takes the diverging route, and the other half is taking the straight route. So, and then that's what causes the derail.
Yeah, file the point. Pull it on the straight route and make sure there's no gap, and then maybe even file it so it's sharper.
But and see, that's where it's derailing, is on the straight route. It's not derailing on the diverging; it's only on the straight.
Yeah. Well, when the points go across, make sure they're level with the switch they're hitting, because I know Atlas sometimes, because they're kind of, the points are kind of like these, they're not really a rail, they're kind of like a bent L, and that might be twisted one way, or it might be down, lower. Put on your goggles and really take a serious look at that, because you don't want to put up with it.
No, you're absolutely right, and it's one that it needs to be fixed before I keep building, because it's further to the back.
Yeah. Yeah, don't put up with if it's got to go, it's got to go. It's worth the money for a switch instead of ruining the whole layout is.
And the problem is none of the hobby shops have these in stock. It's like you can find number 4s, but the number 6 is scarce.
Yeah. Well, now you know a guy who could build you one.
You want to work me up a number 6?
Is it left hand or right hand?
It is a right hand.
Right hand code 100?
Yep, and I need a frog juicer built into it.
No, you can just power it with the tortoise.
Yeah, I've got it's frog juiced by the tortoise, but I need to be able to hook a wire to the frog.
Oh, I can do that for you. Yeah, all mine are powered.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I'm the guy who wears belts and suspenders. But I have frog juicers and I have keep alives in my engines. So.
Yeah.
I'm that guy who wears a belt and suspenders. So.
Well, see, some of my locomotives you can't get a keep alive or a current. Sound. Yeah. I use Soundtrack. They call it current keepers. Same
current
thing.
Keepers, yeah.
You can't get them to fit in it. You know.
You got to take a lot of weight out.
And you're still lucky if you can do that.
Yeah.
So I ended up frying a decoder on my last installation on my personal locomotives, not a customer's, but my personal. And that's because it was an Alco RS1. And everyone knows that the hood of an Alco RS type locomotive doesn't go as high as an EMD. And so that current keeper pressed the edge of the decoder, the PMP board down on the flywheel and it fried.
Ouch. Ouch.
Yeah. Went into smoke. And yeah, I was able to send it back and they fixed it for me. So
Soundtracks is good about that. That's all I have. I'm a Soundtracks junkie. So
same here. I actually ended up becoming a dealer through them. Or
That's
not
right.
A dealer, but an installer.
That's right. You are. You said you're an installer. All right.
And I am factory trained. So
I'll trade you switches for installations.
Oh, definitely. I can definitely do that. That sounds like a good deal there. So yeah, Eric's right. Eggs, bacon, and fried decoder makes a great breakfast.
Yep.
And Eric, he does that in scale. Oof.
It's one of those guys.
Those are, man, that's tough. So, well, my phone is saying I've got 5% battery, so I probably need to go ahead and cut this short before you end up posting the rest of the stream.
Yeah. I don't know what to say to my stream's Thursday night. I'll pimp that. Come to Splitrock's channel Thursday night after Third Rail Thursday. So
I plan on being there. So
a lot of fun. Thanks, guys. Thanks everyone who showed up and chatted.
Yeah. Thanks for popping on and chatting with me on video while I opened your package.
Cool. I liked it. I like mail call.
Yeah, me too. So Randall wants to know, what do I charge for installing a decoder? It depends on the type of installation, Randall. If it is a plug-in play, then I charge $25 to do the install. If it's a solder type job, then I charge $40 to do the install. But if I have to do any type of mill outs, or adding extra lighting or anything like any extra custom stuff, I do have extra charges in there as well. But those are my basic prices. And then programming is an extra charge as well. So, but I will have it fully programmed to where when you take it, you can just drive it on the tracks ready to go. And I program it to the specs that you want it. So you got a Bachmann 282 Light Mikado. We'll have to make sure we get the right decoder for it, Randall. So, Bernard, take care, bud.
See you, Bernard.
You have a good one, and thanks for being here. John,
Thanks,
you too, Randall, and everyone else in the chat. And Steve Childers, if you're still here, you better go check the beginning so you can see all the Burlington stuff I got. So, all right, everyone. Y'all take care. Be safe out there. Happy railroading. Thanks again, Thomas. You have a good one.
Yep.
Okay. Bye.